Hey guys, so today I want to do a video on some comparisons to the Morphe Fluidity. This is Morphe's first foundation. It came out probably about a week or two ago now, and I have tried it. I have done a review on it. Also, I have done a review on the Wet n Wild foundation, the Photo Focus, and I noticed that these two especially were quite similar to one another. But when I really thought about it and dug into it, I kind of feel like these four foundations are all very comparable to one another. And I definitely wanted to do a comparison for the Morphe Fluidity simply because I find that even though this is an okay foundation, the price tag is £16. I think in the States it's $17, and please correct me if I'm incorrect, but it was £16 here in the UK. And I feel that for the price point, even though it's not like loads of money, I kind of feel like it didn't need to be priced at £16. I feel like for this particular foundation, it could have been like £10. That's just my opinion. I feel like the reason why is because I don't feel like it's the best of the best. It's not the worst of the worst either, but I just didn't really feel like it was worth £16. Now, this is supposed to be a full coverage matte foundation, which it is, but I think one of the reasons why I was not feeling that price point is because it sticks to and clings to your little bumps that you might have on your face. So if you had like the smoothest of skin, you're not going to have that problem. But I felt like I did, because every once in a while I do get some little bumps that come up on my face, and mattifying foundations just tend to cling to those bumps something crazy. So another foundation that I found did the exact same thing is the Revolution Conceal and Define. Even though it is a mattifying foundation and it's a full coverage foundation, I feel like these two are most definitely in the same kind of range. This one I believe is £9, this one's 16. This Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation also did the same thing. It sticks to my mini little bumps. That's something that these three have in common. Not so much this one. This one is the YSL All Hours foundation. This one is more of a high end, and this is just a sample. I have not yet purchased the full size. I cannot remember the price tag for this one, but it is a high end foundation. But this one just does not stick to my bumps as much. Obviously, it does not make my skin look like it's got no bumps if I have bumps, because foundation isn't going to change the texture of your skin. It can't take away bumps, and it can't fill out any pores, like really deep wide gaping pores or anything like that, because that's not how foundation works, you know. So that's just what it is. But I feel like this one does not cling to the bumps that I may have. That's just what it is. Anyway, but yeah, these three I feel work basically the exact same as one another, seeing as they're all mattifying, they're all very clingy to the skin. And I definitely feel that if you was to get one of these two in place of this one, you wouldn't feel like you're missing out on that one. This one's £5.99. This one is £9. They all do the exact same thing. I will do some swatches of all three of them, but this one I had to make sure I put in there as like a high-end option. I wanted to also throw in something which is this but better, if that makes sense, and that is definitely the YSL All Hours. I'm always going to rave and scream about this one because I absolutely adore that foundation. So now I'm going to give you some swatches of the Morphe, Wet n Wild, the Makeup Revolution, and the YSL. Okay, so I have the Morphe, the Wet n Wild, the Revolution, and the All Hours, the YSL. So as you can see, not all of them are the exact same shade. So those are all 4 of them swatched. I think I swatched out more of the Morphe one than any of the others, and they all kind of look different in shade. It's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, those are all of them. I think that personally these 2 suit me best, but especially that one most definitely, and that's the YSL All Hours. I'm going to leave these to dry on my hand, and then we'll come back so you can see what they look like. Okay, so all of them have dried. I feel like this one is still kind of drying. I had to kind of clean this one up a little bit. But yeah, so they've all dried down to their matte form, and that's how they are. As I said, this one is still in the middle of drying down, but here we are, because I ain't got all day. Anyways, yeah, so that's how they look like, all dried down. As you can see, even though they're dried down, like this one and this one do still have like a little bit of shine, as well as that one. But this one, the Revolution one, no, this is the Wet n Wild, but this one, the Wet n Wild one, there's absolutely no shine. That's matte, 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 matte. So yeah, so those are all of those. So yeah, if you were looking for a matte foundation but you didn't want to buy the £16 or $17 Morphe Fluidity, you do have other options. I definitely advise the Wet n Wild and the Revolution, simply because this one's $5.99, this one's £9. Like, you're basically getting the same thing as this. If you did want like the Fluidity but better, there is the YSL All Hours. This one is a little bit more of a natural matte rather than a dry matte, and that's probably why it doesn't stick to the bumps on the face as much, you know. But yeah, you could always get yourself like a little sample like I have, and then when you're ready you can go ahead and go buy the full size. But I just got the sample for now, and I'm going to get the full size once I finish that. You had best believe. So those are your options of some matte foundations. If you're looking for a matte foundation but you didn't want to spend that high price coin, those are your options right there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.